Yeah, I had a viewing party, so like I had a whole event for it. So I was the host for a viewing party in Auckland. So it was just a place for people to come and watch the fight. And yeah, I was telling people before this fight, if TJ comes in overly confident, this is going to be his downfall. Because at flyweight, I've done the cut down. You're not invincible. You get caught with those shots that you could take at bantamweight, but at flyweight, your body's a bit different. You're not holding as much water, just around your whole body. Um, you're not as durable, so it doesn't take much. Those UFC gloves are only 4 ounces, so it doesn't take much. So I thought it was an okay stoppage. I think it would have continued to be the same if the ref didn't stop that fight. I think if he let it go, he would have taken another 10 punches unanswered. So yeah, I couldn't be more happy. I was jumping up off my seat, celebrating because he was my coach on Ultimate Fighter. I was backing him the whole way. But yeah, what he's done in the last 2 fights, beating one of the best pound for pound fighters in the world, now the bantamweight champ, who was another pound for pound best fighter around, TJ. Yeah, it's just awesome to see how well he's done, and with the situations he's been in, he was pretty much had the whole flyweight division on his shoulders. And after the fight, I messaged him saying, congrats, you saved the division, and then he replied saying that was for us. So it's pretty cool that he wasn't being selfish, and he had the rest of the division on his back, and he didn't want them to just run through and take it out. So yeah, I couldn't be more happier.
Joe Benavidez, he also won that night. He holds a win over Cejudo. Should the UFC give him the rematch for the title next?
I feel like that fight makes the most sense. Just the way Joe Benavidez won this fight as well, that was a good fight. If you like technicality, scrambles, back and forth against a tough opponent, Dustin Ortiz, that was a good fight. And I think that would be that fight to me is the one that's next. Especially they can keep it in the flyweight division. It's another fight that can easily be marketable, and can keep the division moving and momentum going. Because people were saying, if he goes back up to 135 and fights TJ, doesn't really do much for the division. So it would just be better for everyone if he just stayed in flyweight and fought that fight, avenge a loss as well. So yeah, I feel like that's a good matchup.
You've been around both these guys for weeks and weeks and weeks. How do you see this fight going down?
Well, I thought, Henry won that first fight. I thought he did. So, in the rematch, I think he'll just be a bit more aggressive, as well as, he'll have confidence going into it. Before that fight, I think he was coming off the loss to DJ, so he was a bit... he might have had... That could have been a factor in that fight, but, now he's got all this momentum. He's got so much hype around him. I think that will add to the occasion and add to him putting on a show. Olympic gold medalist, defending flyweight champion. He's kind of proven himself that he's a legit pound for pound best fighter in the world, or one of the best fighters in the world. So yeah, I see him getting the win over Joe B. But in saying that, it would be a great fight. I think it could go 5 rounds easily, back and forth. I'd love to be on the undercard.